Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And these are words that are incredibly meaningful to everyone here at the Akron Zoo, and we aspire to live them out every day. We're dedicated to connecting our visitors' lives to wildlife while inspiring lifelong learning and conservation action. And through those actions, we're determined to protect wildlife and wild places, starting right here in Akron, Ohio, for generations to come. Your Akron Zoo participates in species survival plans that are scientifically managed breeding programs that work to ensure a genetically diverse population of an endangered species in accredited zoos and aquariums. We are also committed to SAFE programs. SAFE stands for Saving Animals from Extinction. It's what we do, with each SAFE program highlighting a different endangered species and the work being done worldwide to save that animal from extinction. Let's take a look at some of the conservation focuses and breeding successes here at your Akron Zoo.
Your Akron Zoo is home to a species that is currently extinct in the wild, the Portula snail. The species went extinct in the 1980s after human intervention through the introduction of invasive species caused numbers to quickly decline in their native French Polynesian islands. The Association of Zoos and Aquariums, along with other organizations from around the world, stepped in to bring the remaining Portula snails to zoos for breeding to save the species. Your Akron Zoo has been breeding Portula snails since the year 2000. In the fall of 2023, 2 animal care staff from the Akron Zoo traveled to Tahiti to release 1,100 snails bred here at the Akron Zoo. The snails were introduced to a site in Tahiti that had been cleared of all invasive species, which made it safe to release them. Since the reintroduction, the population has experienced minimal deaths and new births, making this reintroduction extremely successful. Our next hope? To have Portula snails reclassified in the future from being extinct in the wild.
Red wolves are the most critically endangered canine species in the world, with fewer than 20 wolves estimated to remain in a protected reserve in North Carolina. In 2021, 8 red wolf pups were born at the Akron Zoo for the first time. At 1 week old, 4 of the pups were designated by the Red Wolf Recovery Program, a program through U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, to be cross-fostered by a native wolf. U.S. Fish and Wildlife officials successfully introduced the pups to the foster den, and the mother adopted the pups. This was the first time since 2014 that red wolf pups had been reintroduced to their native habitat. In 2022, the 2 female pups were able to be fitted with tracking collars, and in 2023, one of the females gave birth to 3 pups. Our hard work and dedication here at the Akron Zoo is helping to save this critically endangered species from extinction.
Oftentimes, when you think of animals going extinct, you think of animals elsewhere in the world. But the reality is that animals even here in our backyards are facing extinction. Turtles, specifically spotted turtles, are facing serious problems in Northeast Ohio. They're facing population decline due to habitat loss, poor water quality, and the illegal pet trade. The Akron Zoo is a member of the Save and Protect Ohio Turtle Diversity Committee, also known as Spotted. This committee is dedicated to increasing the populations of turtles in protected areas. You can help turtles simply by letting them be. Do not remove turtles from an area they are found, and if you see a turtle being removed, report it. You can help protect turtles for future generations to come.
The Akron Zoo is home to FrogWatch USA, a citizen science program where individuals and groups learn more about wetlands in their local communities by collecting and contributing information on the calls of local frogs and toads. Data from the volunteers is then entered into a nationwide database where it can be analyzed and considered for the development of environmental protections and conservation strategies for amphibians. Frogs and toads are considered an indicator species, which are species that signal the environmental health of a habitat. They are also important to the ecosystem of wetlands, serving as both predator and prey. Amphibians are experiencing a sharp decline in population numbers, with more than 2,000 species threatened with extinction. Through FrogWatch, we hope to find solutions to the population decline of amphibians throughout the United States. You can find more information about FrogWatch, including how to get involved, at akronzoo.org/frogwatch.
North American songbird populations are rapidly declining. One of the biggest struggles facing birds are window and building strikes. It is estimated that 1 billion birds die every year from building collisions in the United States. A conservation organization dedicated to working with local building managers to modify a building's lighting and reflective surfaces. During spring and fall, migrating birds flying through cities are disoriented by city lights pointing towards the sky and reflective glass. Volunteers with Lights Out Akron walk through downtown Akron on mornings during migration season, collecting data on when bird strikes occur. The data are used to work with building managers to make bird-friendly adjustments. You can help birds at home by simply turning out your outdoor lights at night and placing window decals available in the Akron Zoo gift shop on your windows to prevent bird strikes.
When you visit the Akron Zoo, a portion of your admission cost goes towards our conservation fund. This fund is used to support conservation programs here in our backyard and throughout the world. A few of these programs include the Medina Raptor Center is one of Ohio's leaders in rehabilitating sick and injured native birds. They specialize in rehabilitating birds of prey like hawks, eagles, and other raptors. Punta San Juan Project is dedicated to protecting the marine ecosystem in western Peru by monitoring wildlife. Punta San Juan is home to the largest colony of Humboldt penguins, whose populations are in decline due to the harvest of guano, or penguin poop, for farming. This organization worked with local farmers to find a solution on how to harvest guano without disrupting the penguins. The Madagascar Fauna and Flora Group is in eastern Madagascar, working with local communities to help save local plants and wildlife. The group conducts research with endangered plants and lemurs, and manages Park Ivaloina, a zoological facility and forestry station with multiple scientific and conservation training facilities. When you donate to the Akron Zoo's Conservation Fund, you are helping to support wildlife across the world and right here in our home.
As you can see, conservation takes more than one person or one organization. It takes all of us. I hope you'll join us in our mission to save wildlife and wild places starting right here in Akron, Ohio, for years to come. If every person joined in one conservation action every day, we can make a huge difference for animals here in our community and all around the world. Thank you for joining us in our mission and here tonight at the Akron Zoo.